Yo, 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 you already know what it is. Welcome to Late for Breakfast. I am your guy, Purple Do Rag. Tonight with the guy with the book, Mega. You already know what it's deal. What's going on, fellas? How we doing tonight? How we doing?
Yo, what's going on? We late for breakfast.
Yeah,
It's
like always.
episode 8. We snowed in. I'm the guy with the books. It's Purple Do-Rag. We got Mega over here. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing?
You already know, man. Living life, got some good topics tonight. Trying to keep shit fresh, keep people different. You know what I mean? Shout out to the villains.
Salute to the villains.
What's up, Mega? You know, I had a joint for you. You know what I mean? But first, I want to shout out. Y'all go ahead and rush to FHTII.com. Y'all hurry up and rush there right now for your web design. Fucking, if you got a bump on your back and you need to identify that, go to Roots Tribes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you want to learn something about guns and find out where the nicest schools at for and you know, maybe get an ebook or something, holla at Mega. If you want to learn a trade or something, get at me. I'm at Purple Durag on Instagram. Joseph Green on the Facebook. You already know how it go. And we live with it today. We live on Facebook. We live on YouTube at cbtco.tv. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe on that. Make sure that you put the bell on. At CBTCO. Oh, hold on. And subscribe on that. Make sure that you okay, my bad. I'm back. Yeah, make sure you subscribe all on that. What's up, Quantum? You know what I mean? We out here, Bowhead Twin, up on Facebook real quick. Back on it.
Yo, so we snowed in. What's going on, everybody? What y'all doing with y'all snowed in time? Anybody out there making snow angels? Y'all building businesses? You watching TV? What y'all doing? Toss it in the comments. We're gonna talk about it tonight.
What you do today in your snow day?
Yeah, man. There's some things coming up. We didn't talk about it a little bit in our private conversations about what's to come in the next years. And so there's a few people out here who've been hitting me up to teach land navigation and map reading with topographic maps. So I'm structuring out a class for that right now. And I've been doing other stuff in like Photoshop and After Effects, just a little media stuff here and there.
Oh, that's dope. So
Your day sound like mine. I did some video editing, edited an episode of Mega Guns episode that's gonna be dropping tomorrow at 6 and 6 p.m. Then I did a edited a little short that I'm gonna throw up there in the morning.
Everybody that's on my page, that will be available on my page. It'll be on my story and on my page. So beware for that. What's the yeah, we talking about Mega's clip that he's dropping tomorrow.
Or yeah, we gotta check that out. Where you say it was gonna be at again, Mega?
I think Mega TV.
Mega TV.
6 p.m.
YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, think Mega TV on YouTube, y'all. Hit that up.
Definitely tap in, like, comment, and subscribe.
So Purple Durag, what was you doing today, man? Snowed
Man.
in, or did you go out and go to some stores or something?
Got up about 4:30.
Man, y'all see Crazy Gamer?
No, I don't know that person.
Now I'm saying he said they got 30 inches out there in Missouri.
Oh yeah, I got caught in a blizzard in the Mojave Desert when they had that blizzard like 4 years ago. I got caught driving through that shit. But yeah, today got up around about like 4:30. Got the day started around about 7:30. And went to work, did my little maintenance thing, HVAC thing. Got off a little early, got a little hustle on. Bought me this little nice little Virginia Village Shout out to Virginia Villains for the hoodie, man. That shit fly, man. Look at that bit tie-dye and everything. Got this, cop this, so I can have something purple for y'all. You know what I'm saying? It looked nice with today. So my day was productive, made a little bit of money, and now I'm talking to the guys about to build on some subjects tonight. And check out this little special little video that my guy Mega is going to analyze. And then I got some other questions for my guy with the book. Man, not really a question. I just want to know, like, Guy with the book and Mega about homeschooling versus public school versus private. And we're going to talk about that a little later on. So, my discussion of the snow, I dislike it aggressively. You know, it looks beautiful while it's coming down, but like, they actually did a good job with the main roads, you know what I'm saying? But previous years in Virginia, it used to be fucking horrible.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about complete trash, not prepared. Y'all remember when Virginia didn't even have a snowplow like this mug? They used to have to call them bitches from Maryland and up Northern Virginia to just come down and help us. And they'll just do the highway and like the main boulevards or whatever. But other than that, shout out to Virginia, Hampton Roads for stepping it up this year to make sure that we can be safe on these roads. You know what I mean? Shout out to whoever got away from the police today on that high speed on West Queen. I seen you, my guy. It's dangerous. I'm glad the kids was in school. It's very dangerous. Do not do that. You know what I'm saying? To the youth that's watching this, don't do that. But shout out to that guy because he was in that motherfucker open up. Oh shit, high speed chase. You know, that's rare around here. This Virginia. You know, you hear a gunshot, you know, a nigga get slapped here and there. But a high speed? This ain't LA. You know what I mean?
Things is changing.
This is not LA. Folks, open that bitch up. When I tell you, you know, you don't really see undercover cops riding around anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Unless you live in that type of environment. Folks, they had them riding today. They was riding. I seen the police. He was riding. You know, they'll never be on the walkie-talkie on their shoulder while they driving around. He all on the walkie-talkie. I said, yeah, they looking for that. Yeah, put that bitch in the garage.
O.J. Simpson's.
Opening that bitch up down West Queen, boy.
Hey, yo, you see, El Commandante, he said it happened every day, bro. You know, that's Newport News PD right there. He said them chases happen every day.
Hey, look, I wouldn't know nothing about it. Go ahead, say what up, Megan?
Even Crazy Gamer, he said he used to be a cop. Said he had to chase this other month and he freaked.
What? Ask them guys. Well, I'm gonna ask them. They see me. So when y'all go on them high speed chases, did you get belt the ass or you caught him? That's the question to the police. Did you motherfucking catch up with that guy and lock his ass up, or did you get belt the ass? See, when we used to take the police for a spin when I was younger, we'll give up after about 30 minutes. Fuck it. We're going to get a joyride charge. That's it. These days, Shorty going to hook that bitch. And he done looked at the map on his, you know, you got the GPS. So if a motherfucker in the passenger seat, he going to be like, yo, hit that left. Bitch is dead here right there. Fuck that. Y'all see them videos? They be cutting through the little shit and the police be behind them. Them YNs don't give a fuck. And they got better cars than us. We was riding around in Chrysler Seabrains and Dodge Shadows and shit like that. You heard me? These niggas got Hellcats, Bentleys. Motherfucker. Come on, man. Come on. Hey, do not do that. Whoever watching this, do not take the police for a high-speed chase. I am not. That just excited the young nigga in my soul. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm off that. I'm off that.
Yeah, I was in a high-speed chase a long time ago, man. I got into some things in high school, And yeah, we was going down Fox Hill Road. Bruh, I didn't realize that my car could go that fast. I ain't gonna say uh, um, who was chasing who and what was happening. Those details is in the past. But yeah, stuff be happening around here. And like homie said in the comments, all over America every day.
Hey man, y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. Keep the conversation popping, man. We gonna answer y'all questions and we gonna laugh and joke with y'all. Y'all already know what it is. We on episode 8 and we snowed in, baby. It did.
What up, Biggs?
Talk to me, Mega. What you got for me?
Man, I wanna start with a lot of people saying that might have seen that video kind of went viral, or the dude had the gun in his back pocket, and the YNs snatched the joint out of his back pocket, and man, made it bad for him.
You got that? You got that? You got that book? You got that video? I put it in the notes that I created.
Okay, I got you.
We gonna pull that up. But I'm gonna tell you like this while we talking about it and we waiting for him to load that hoe up. If you're gonna show it and it's gonna be out, make sure that you always keep it in a distance and not just open in your back pocket, just nasty hanging around. That ain't it, bro. You are easy lit, you're an easy target. And again, there's no respect in the streets. These little niggas don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? They don't. They looking at the hat, bro.
They took his gun and his homie had the ARP in the bag. Like, I mean, like, man, that was just bad right there, yo. I mean, all right, here it go.
Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And shout out to Mac Moolah here, YouTuber. You know, that's where I got this clip from. Mac Moolah, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna shout him out.
I keep forgetting about these comments over here. Like I can't see them.
But yeah, as you can see, he snatched the gun, pushed him back, snatched out his back pocket.
Right now, he's like, "Hey man, give me my pistol. That's wrong,
man.
Give me my pistol. Hey
he
man,
said, give me my gun back. Hey, bro, don't do me like that, bro. Man, you already got done like that. It ain't don't. And just long story short, you know, it don't show in the video, but dude did walk outside trying to go after them.
I wish you heard the sound. That should have, Bill. Y'all should have heard the sound. That should make his stomach turn.
Yeah, they killed dude, man.
Yeah, that's
So not only did you get your gun took, but then you made the wrong move of going after the person that took your gun and you got yourself killed. I mean, judging from the way it looked, you probably would have just lost your gun. Going after them led to you losing your life, yo. Now, as a person that carries guns daily, and I know many people who carry guns daily, legally, you know, nobody I know open carries, yo. It's not one person I know that open carries, yo. I do open carry, but only at work. Like, you know, at work, yeah, I got it right there on my hip. But even at work, I have a retention holster, a level 2. So you got what's called, like, in the Kydex holster. Hold up. So with the Kydex holsters, you got what's called the passive retention, meaning that once you pull it, it's coming out. Then you have level 2 retention, where there's usually some type of button that you have to push in order to get the gun to come out the holster. Then you got level 3 retention, which is what most officers use. It has like 2 locks on it, but it's still one button to push, but it's 2 locks on it, and like that one button unlock both. So I got a level 3 retention holster. Matter of fact, yeah, it's sitting right here. So now on YouTube lives you can't show guns, but with this holster, it locks over the gun like that, and then it closes like that. But it's also locked inside the holster. Inside the holster, it locks in there. So if you was to pull on this gun and you ain't in the right position to push that button, it ain't gonna work the way you expected it. You expect it to. Now, another thing I used to do sometimes, and call me crazy or whatever, but I will wear my joint, that level 3 retention holster. I will wear that sometimes going somewhere right quick. But I will also have an appendix, a concealed, you know what I'm saying, joint on my appendix. So like, keep it real. If you stupid enough to grab this gun, you just open the door to get yourself shot. You know what I'm saying? Because the one you don't see is the one that's gonna take you up out of here. So, but at the end of the day, to get back to that situation, never carry a gun in just your pocket. Never carry a gun in just your pocket, especially not your back pocket and you out in public. Even in your front pocket, if it's a gun that can fit in your pocket, if anything gets in that pocket, anything can push that trigger or whatever. Like it's not recommended to wear a gun without a holster, yo. I mean, I just didn't understand that. And then, like I said, and if somebody do take your gun from you, that's an L already. Let it go.
Let
If
it
they
go.
taking the gun and they leaving, let it go, bro. Let it go.
Please let it go.
Yeah, real rap. It's not worth your life for a
Nah.
$500 gun.
It did not go well for Buddy.
Right.
Nah.
That already looked like a situation where he should have let that go. When homie took the gun out of his back pocket, he shouldn't even said anything at that point. Like I saw the other goons that was with him. This was clear what this was. Just let him walk out the door with the gun.
They wasn't even in the store for nothing else but that gun.
Yep. They probably peeped him when he was leaving his car, going into the gas station, and saw him like, oh, crazy.
Yeah, that's one of the things that they real big on. Like I for everybody out there, I served 14 years in the Army. I did a couple deployments in Iraq and one in Guantanamo Bay. Well, like in the military, gun safety is serious. You know, you can get some real bad problems with your superiors just by leaving your gun laying around or whatever the situation might be. Accidental discharges, like that gets people relieved from duty for accidental discharges and things of that nature, you know, because people get killed from accidental discharge.
Yeah.
It was an accident. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to kill your family member. What are you talking about? Family member's dead.
Yeah.
Man, I'm sorry. I still want your ass locked up. I still want your head to go down. What you mean? It's all great. It's all accidents, but you know, mistakes you still got to make due to it because you know, to every action there's a reaction. Then some other shit happens where you got to bounce back. So if you got the willpower to bounce back, then you can bounce back. But some accidents you cannot bounce back. Some mistakes is you fuck for life. You cut your finger off, ain't gonna grow back. They might get fucking sew that hoe on, ain't gonna grow back. It's over with. So just take that finger analogy and run with it however you see fit.
You know, I'm on Time Magazine's website right now, right? And I think it's really interesting how Trump, it's like everywhere you go, Trump is dominating the news. You know, his pick for FBI director is confirmed by the Senate for somebody named Kash Patel.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not really, and just for everybody out there, like I read the stars. You know, I don't read the news, so I'm not too privy on what's going on unless I see it on somebody posted it on Facebook or Instagram or something. It might have came across my news feed. So looking at this website now is interesting to see how much him and Elon are dominating the news. When you've got all these other entertainers out here, but you got the president of the United States and you got Elon Musk that's dominating everything in media.
It's back to what we were talking about last Tuesday.
And we were just talking about I was just talking about Elon and his son on our last episode.
So what you think about the remarks of Elon, son, little Elon?
I mean, personally, I think it was overgassed, Joe. For real. I mean, like, I didn't see it. I just saw clips of it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I don't think much of it, man. For real. I mean, it's like, you know, that's kind of why they dominating the news, because people are trying to do everything to discredit what they doing, yo. And I just feel like with Elon doing what he doing and with the Doge or whatever, and now Cash Patel officially being confirmed. Yeah, I see now. Maybe now, you know, I know everybody might not pay attention to politics like that, but on the same day Cash Patel gets confirmed, Mitch McConnell says he's going to resign. Bro, people are about to get exposed, yo. People are about to get exposed, yo. For real. Like, Cash Patel, he like a super cop, yo. And they turned against him. And it's like, bro, and now he look, he said if he becomes FBI director, he said that day one, he's shutting down the whole FBI building. He said, yo, they ain't in there doing nothing. Yo, I'm like, now I know that might be, you know, tongue in cheek, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, might just be a little exaggeration, but I'm telling you, bro, we about to see. Don't be surprised if you see a lot of people resigning, a lot of people leaving the country. That's what you're really gonna see. You're gonna see people leaving the country, yo. Because if that Epstein list and Diddy list get dropped, which is probably like a school attendance list from one year and then a school attendance list from the next year, because the same people gonna be on the list. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm telling you, man, if those lists drop, and just the thought of it, well, if you see people start leaving the country, you just know what it is, yo. You know what it is. Especially if they go into a place that don't everybody gonna be over there with Russell and Bali. That don't extradite. You know what I'm saying?
If they don't get extradited, their ass gonna get assassinated. A pin in the ass, a weird drink. It ain't no telling where them folk, you know what I'm saying, really got going on. You know, ain't really no way to hide when you talking about dealing with the government. You know what I'm saying? Like, them folk really just out there everywhere. When you talking about America, when you looking at America, you got a base or some type of spot everywhere in everybody's country that they call United States. But when the United States got a base there, that shit is the United States of America. I don't give a fuck how many acres it is. You know what I'm saying?
Them embassies, yeah, that is American soil.
So when you go to DC, you see the embassies, that shit in the neighborhood. Nah. Some people got embassies, but they'll have an embassy, but we also got an Air Force there. We also got a Navy somewhere in your water. We also got planes in your sky. If you let us put that shit out there, we got everything out there. And it's at the tens of hundreds of thousands probably. Because we don't know all the people in the world. You know what I'm saying? Buku people that just gonna go live their life like James Bond, John Wick. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really kids dedicated to becoming that type of shit in the military. I know that because my son won. He dedicated to become.
That's what's up.
One of them guys. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? You could be a YN on the streets, or you can turn 18, 17, whenever they let y'all little niggas in there, and go get them choppers for real.
That's what they need to be doing with that energy.
You know what I'm saying? I really think that just to be honest, the way that shit is probably going, everybody should spend a year in the military. I mean, if your ass don't go to the military, lock your ass up.
That's how it is in China for the males. From what I believe, they got to serve and
Israel
and Taiwan. Taiwan.
Women and all got to be in the military in Israel. Like you got to spend. I forgot how many years, but it's a certain amount of years you have to be in the military.
I think to qualify as an American citizen, you should go and do a minimum. Fuck the year, 2 years. If you don't pass the shit, okay, cool. You still in this motherfucker. You gonna be mopping floors. You gonna be doing something. Cause you can't. Cause if you fail, you just get the fucking shit job. Don't mean you gonna go into the motherfucker be the first nigga off the fucking boat shooting. Nah. But you gonna be cleaning their boots or something. Cleaning jail cells, something. Cause you got to learn discipline. And you want motherfuckers to get that clock to get up early. You know, because a lot of these kids get out of high school and they sleep till 10, 11, 12 o'clock. Nobody wants, like, that's just laziness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, me personally, I just think that everybody, this maybe a minimum of 2 years. When you get out of high school, either you go join some shit, America Corp, or what's the shit called? Job Corps, or you going to college, or you going to work for, you going to work for those times. But you got to be doing something. You cannot be stagnated, what I'm getting at. You cannot just sit there and be like, I'm chilling. You can go and travel, but you got to go do something. So if you ain't going to that military, fuck that. Everybody get a fucking 2-year bid, nigga. There ain't no motherfucking nothing. Yeah, when you gotta report within 2 years to do your 2 years. That's what I'm on. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think about that?
Well, things are changing right now. I mean, we're still gonna have militaries, but we're about to have a regime change in multiple parts of the world. I would even go as far to say that even in America, we're going to have a complete turnaround of how we do things. Things are going to align more with what they were in the past, prior to colonization. The laws of the universe, the laws of the sea, right? The laws of the land, all simultaneously coming together to be one, right? And being not necessarily ruled, but let's say governed by those ancient bloodlines of people, right? That each one of you and I and all of our co-hosts, many of our audience, we are descendants of, so this is going to be returned to us. See, the reality that we got to look at is the European of the world has pissed off everybody. In some way, shape, or form. So a lot of the countries are going to start standing behind what they saw South Africa do. See, something like that happens is going to be kind of contagious, and this is why they try to keep that kind of stuff out of the news, because they don't want other countries thinking that they could kick out Caucasian people too, right? European people who may be inhabiting the lands of those spaces and running industry. South Africa made a bold move. That's the kind of move that normally gets people assassinated. But this is going to be this is the beginning of the change. And I would say that the change happened before that. But this was a big piece of the change. I don't know if y'all are aware about South Africa, but they kicked out of the country, if not all, many of the Caucasian individuals who were there owning land. Like, you had to vacate.
Shout out to them. What they feel like they needed to do. Shit, ain't nobody know what they talking about because they talking about it. You heard me? Shit. And if you had to go, you had to go. And they came up, and like I said, when we do that, talk to me. You hear me? Other than that, I don't know. You just another game. Unless real results happen. You know what I'm saying? It's certain groups out there, real results happen. Shout out there. But until us, I'm talking about niggas, black people, whatever you identify as, you look like me, mama, daddy, somebody look like me. They put the big B on your motherfucking ID. I'm talking to you. When we all come together for our own cause, not some shit that somebody said on TV, some shit that you felt in your veins, and like-minded people came and we started discussing, and it's like, okay, we just need a with the to make the happen. And motherfuckers really put that shit forth and really start detaching themselves from what we call standard American ways, get away of our, thirst for other motherfuckers' fashion. You know what I'm saying? Just fuck it. Let's go back to goddamn overalls and t-shirts and just go out there, laugh, joke, smoke some weed, drink some corn liquor, and plow this land so we can grow some shit. I've seen the motherfucking Amish put up a big ass barn in 10 hours. The moment I see a bunch of us do that shit, bro, I'm locked in with every fucking person out there. I'll do anything for you, and I'll be goddamn it if I let anybody come us in between our goals. And I'll give up whatever the fuck I got going on, and we'll live on this and build from when people when they're laying around us, we'll buy all that shit. Just like the Chinese did in Oklahoma. So that's my take on that. Real.
So, we got a couple of different topics we touching on tonight, y'all. It's episode 8. We late for breakfast. I'm the guy with the books. We got Purple Do-Rag, Think Mega TV in the building. Let's go. Underground cities and tunnels, y'all. There's some things we need to talk about in this space. There's a story that has went around. It's gained lots of popularity, and it's about a gentleman named G.E. Kincaid, right? G.E. Kincaid. Go Google this guy's name, all right? So G.E. Kincaid, I'm not sure exactly what his profession was. This is the early 1900s. He's canoeing down the Colorado River. He notices a set of steps that are carved into the bedrock carved into the rock of the Grand Canyon. So he ties his canoe off. He follows the steps, and and he has to walk really high according to this story. And he finds a city that's carved into the Grand Canyon. Okay. Now, this is very, very important because of what happens next. Well, he writes 2 letters. One letter he sends to a local newspaper. The other letter he sends to the Smithsonian, right? So the Smithsonian sends a team out there and they gather everything. They close the area off, and then G.E. Kincaid's never heard again. But the newspaper printed the letter twice, like 2 or 3 weeks apart, because of how detailed the letter was and because of the amount of different cities and palaces and pyramids that have been found over the last 200-300 years by the Europeans of that time, right? So there are many of these cities. This is just one, right? But I highly recommend to everybody out there to go check this out on Google, on YouTube or whatever. There's a few good videos out there where they got way more information than what I got. However, there's areas in the Grand Canyon that are completely closed off, and the rights of that land is owned by NASA.
Why? For Mars? Huh?
You said what now?
For Mars?
Oh, no, I was talking about the Grand Canyon.
I know, like they got part of it closed off for Mars, or is they using Canada for Mars?
They found an Egyptian-like city in the Grand Canyon.
Oh yeah. I seen that on YouTube. Yeah, that shit was hard. But yeah, with that shit, look out all the pyramids in the country, over 100, right? So I believe it. You know what I mean? They get rid of everybody. They come discovering some shit they ain't supposed to discover. That's why they don't really want you to just, I can't hear Megan.
No, I'm saying it's a lot of stuff that say they changed some things like names and things like that. Like a lot of things started here that we were told started elsewhere. But you know, I don't want to go too deep into that.
Shit.
Well, I'm glad you did, and I'm glad Mega brought up the pyramids, right? So there's mounds up and down the Mississippi Valley. You know, we saw the movie Black Panther. Everybody was in an uproar about it. People was dressing up like the Black Panthers, like
Oh my god,
Dola
Motherfuckers had
Malaje, all this.
dashikis for
Think
weeks.
about it, the Wakanda is here. Wakanda is in the United States of America. Anybody who has a cell phone can go to the Maps app on their phone and they can go to Kansas, state of Kansas, and there's a place there called Wakanda Springs. There's also a place there called Wakanda Lake, right? Well, all of these different areas, these indigenous societies, our ancient ancestors, the pyramids or the mounds, these are all connected to ultimately to the Mississippi Valley. Right. I mean, some of the ancient or older scholars from the 19th century may have called them the Mississippi Mound Builders. Right. And then there's others who have identified the Israelites here, others who have identified Moses here. I've even come on this podcast and shown people maps from ancient times that's in Portuguese and in French that shows the Red Sea as the current Gulf of California. Right. So we're in the ancient land. They're trying to hide some things. And what we need to be seeing and looking at and talking about, in my opinion, is how we play a part in all of that.
And that ties into last week when we was talking about the Black Messiah here in America, why the FBI is on the lookout for a Black Messiah.
Right.
So
the CIA. So like Mega, there's a you probably heard of COINTELPRO, right? So in the COINTELPRO documents from the CIA, it literally says the two words Black Messiah. They were searching for him, and they built the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I don't remember the exact name of it when it started, but they started that organization to neutralize Marcus Garvey.
mm-hmm.
They were worried about him being the quote unquote Black Messiah. And they've been looking for a quote unquote Black Messiah ever since. But the funny thing about it is they're looking for a Black Messiah in the United States of America. I don't think many of our people understand what that means. They're not looking for the Black Messiah in South America. They're not looking for him in Australia. They're looking for him in the United States of America, and they have been for a really long time. They put millions and millions and millions of dollars of support, personnel, different type of weaponry, all types of chemical warfare behind this program to neutralize what they call Black extremist and nationalist groups.
Mm-hmm.
Beverly said they study us, write about us, and make laws against us. We are very important to the universe. Indeed. Oh yeah, and Beverly, I'm eating chicken and Hawaiian bread. Chicken from Kroger's. Kroger, if you're watching this, hook your boy up. Hawaiian bread, hook your boy up.
So we late for breakfast. It's episode 8. We snowed in. It's the homie, the guy with the books, Purple Do-Rag, Think Mega TV. Listen, we over here. We just shooting the breeze. We just talking a little bit. Throw something in the comments. Anybody who wants to hop in the panel, put in the comments. Hey, send me the link. Listen, come on in here. Let's talk about what you want to talk about.
Come on up here.
Tell me something about fatherhood, right? What's some ways that we could be better fathers?
Man, it's a lot, but the main thing is time, though. I think for real, like, and the time that you do spend with them, you know. Also, you got to be the living example in a sense to where, like you said, they're going to do what we do as opposed to what we say. So you got to think about the things you doing on a daily basis that they see that you're doing on a daily basis too. I think that's the main thing for real, yo. Between the time and then, like I said, being a living example, yo, because it's bad out here for like I said, like like how just like that video we started with, for people's kids to be out here like that, yo, that's bad, man. That's bad. And I know me, I always made it to where like I said before, I'm not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not your friend, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but yeah, with my kids, like I think people try and be too catering to them. And like even the conversation me and you was having, the guy with the books, like about like how my son, my youngest, how he eat, which really got a lot to do with me, you know what I'm saying? Because it was introduced to him by me, or the things that he eat. But like I said, I think that's that's really what it come down to. Like, like I said, the time you spend and what you show them, for real, to keep them from being one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with that, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. There's a lot of fathers who listen. Appreciate every one of y'all for tuning in to Late for Breakfast. And this is a platform where we grow in brotherhood together. So when I asked my brother Mega about this type of thing, where what can we do to be better fathers? Listen, this is how we get families stronger, by each of the brothers sharing with other brothers what they might do. Like Ferdinand might do some things with herbs. Maybe I got a certain type of education way that I educate my children, and then that might benefit Mega. But then Mega might got a couple of ways that he do things with his children. I'm like, yeah, I could add that. That's gonna help me get a little more peace in this house. And now what has happened is every one of us has become stronger together. So I appreciate that, my brother. What about you, Purple Durag? What's some ways that we could be better fathers?
Shit, you just said it. It's it's trials. That if you got more than one kid, the first one, you make a lot of mistakes, and you get in the mode. The second one, you kind of like okay, or the first one you might catch it, but it's basically like if you got a team around you, village, whatever you call it, like you see certain things they do with their kids, or you like this, or you ask questions, or you need to vent to your partner or whatever, or your uncle or somebody, like when something going on in your life. That's what makes better, make you a better father, and listening to your kids and actually letting them talk more than you talk, and don't make it a lecture thing. You know what I'm saying? When they talk to you, and when they make a mistake, you ain't always gotta lecture them, because shit, they made that mistake. They gotta sit on it. Sometimes you gotta see, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you feel me? But yeah, that's my opinion. And just love. You know what I mean? Love. That's it. Love.
Or
Talking about the fathering, I think that's a good time to segue to the homeschool, public school, or private school thing.
Oh yeah. Homeschool versus public school versus private school. I was just thinking that today. I got a partner of mine that homeschools homeschool his children. And homeschooling. When it comes to homeschooling, I don't know. I don't have the knowledge on that. Guy Wit Da Books would have that knowledge. Public school, I went to public school, so I can speak on that. And if anybody ever went to a private school, I would love for you to tune in that.
I have.
So you went to private school. So we're gonna start from the back of the book, and we're gonna end at the homeschool. So go ahead, Megan.
I went to private school from I think, kindergarten to 6th grade in Chicago. And you know, it was mainly because I mean, you know, my mother financially wasn't bad off, you know. I mean, she was well off, you know. For those who don't know, my father was a cop in Chicago. He died before I was 2 years old. So we was getting like I was getting like 3 checks, you know what I'm saying? One from the city of Chicago, one from the state of Illinois, and one from the Police Benevolence Association. And then my sister was also getting 3 checks, and then my mother was getting 2 checks, and she worked and always had a decent job. So that's 9 checks coming into a house of 3 people. You know what I'm saying? So like the public schools in Chicago, you know, they weren't good learning facilities. I'll say that just off gate, for real, for real. Like they weren't. So private school, I understood it. You know what I'm saying? I got it. And I mean, you know, I can't say it was good, but I just also know a lot of my educational skills. I mean, my scholastic prowess came from home. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
my mother had made it to where I used to look at getting books on Christmas almost as the same as getting toys. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I was
So
interested in that. Yeah, she had it. So I knew how to read and all of that even before school and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I was always advanced in school.
your
So
mother implemented homeschooling already into the home. Then
right.
they incorporated XYZ many years of private school. So do you think that made you ready for public school and have a step
Yeah.
more of
Yeah.
understanding and learning better?
Yeah. And I tell you this too. Chicago schools, they was more advanced. Like, so when I came out here, the things we was doing in school, we had already did a lot of that, like in Chicago. Like some stuff I was doing in 8th grade out here, I had did in 6th grade out there. So yeah, I was always ahead when I came out here, like school. And then another thing too, man, I got kind of like a photographic memory, yo. So like I like, you know, and one thing I said about school, it's not really that much, and I don't care where you go to school in that. I'll say public and private schools, because you know, homeschooling, we're gonna let the guy with the book speak on that. But from what I know, to me, school is about your memory. You know what I'm saying? If you can memorize the stuff that they say, then you can pass the test. Like I used to guess on everything, bro. I guessed on the SAT and I got high enough to get an academic scholarship. I guessed on the ASVAB test and they wanted me to come in as an officer. I guessed on the IQ test and I was 1 point under genius. So I mean, it's just like I always had like a kind of photographic memory, man. So like I know me in school, no matter where you would have put me, I was who I was. You know what I'm saying?
Or appreciate that. So what you think about public school, Purple Durag?
My experience was horrible. Don't make me big either on this. I hated fucking. No, make me small. Hell no. I'm gonna talk about this and then we're gonna move to you. Public school in the 90s in South Carolina, they were just putting every nigga on Ritalin. You hear me? So let's start there. So when I came to Virginia, you talking about I'm coming from number 49th on the educational system. So it was totally different for me. I had to catch up. I'm looking at shit like, yo, I ain't never seen that book in my life. You know what I'm saying? But like Mega said, it's a lot of copy and paste. Like every test got the same fucking answer on it. You know what I'm saying? Like they just talked about this shit 3 days ago. Once I figured that shit out, I caught up real quick because the shit down there in 49 was easy. I needed a challenge. But also, I was already kind of set in my ways of being bored. So I go to class, I do my work fast, go to sleep, Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom and just get up and walk out the class. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up getting my GED because that was something better for me because ain't nobody telling you to go to school, bro. Ain't nobody telling you to go learn. You got to go learn, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to go get that GED. Like when you graduate from high school, if you live with your parents and you go to college, you got to go get that bachelor's, associates, whatever you chasing, you got to go get that shit. If you go into a fucking trade school, you got to go get that trade. You know what I'm saying? It's all up to you. And I needed that. Public school shit to me. I ain't like it. You know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of hate and shit going on. Niggas really, I was fly sometimes because, you know, once upon a time my mama used to take all my clothes from some people. You know what I'm saying? And then that didn't happen. And then I started doing my own little thing in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And got back to where I was at looking before. But like school to me was just like, I don't like school. I don't like school environments. I won't even work in a school. If I come to your job and I feel like there's some high school shit, I get the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? I got to go, bro. I'll quit that shit. I don't give a fuck. I am skilled enough to go do something. I have enough will to say, you know what? I'm a chill real quick. Because I got a partner to say, hey, I'm going to back him. But I ain't back to be sitting around for no 2-3 months. I'm back on my feet 2 weeks. I'm better if I ain't never fell off my feet because I got to go get something. I got to do something, bro. I don't feel fulfilled right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm decent, but I just got to go get it, bro. And that's the way that you got to have it. You got to have it to build yourself to say, I got to go get it. And that's how I feel about public school. It was trash, but it gave me to get the fuck out of there and go get shit on my own. You know what I mean? Guy with the book. Talk to me.
I could feel that. You know, I went to public school myself. I did homeschool as a child, like 1.5 years. So I got to see both sides of it. I didn't get a chance to see private school, but I've done a lot of research on it because there was a couple of private schools my wife and I was looking into for one of our children because of like sports and stuff, right? Homeschool. I think homeschool is the way, right? Real talk. There's so many benefits that come from homeschool, from the parent of the child or the parents of the child to teach that child what they are to learn in life. Like it's a different type of connection that happens. You know, it's greater than the connection that a child would have with a teacher who they bang with, they rock with this teacher. And, you know, the energy is just complementary, right? Well, that parent gets that now, and that parent gets years of that. What we see a lot of the times these days is our children go to public school and then the parents go off to work. So now for 8 to 12 hours every single day, well,
somebody else.
Friday, somebody else who's raising that child, who's educating and disciplining that child and showing that child the proper demonstration of life. Well, maybe their demonstration isn't what it needs to be. Who knows, right? Something for every parent to look at. Now, homeschool, let's come back to that. To homeschool your child in the state of Virginia, you're sending in a letter of intent, right, to the superintendent of schools to let them know. All right, hey, shout out to my man Fam. So I see you in the building.
Shout out to Fam.
Big homie. So you send in a letter of intent, right? This is just a letter saying, all right, I'm homeschooling my child. You got to send it in by August 15th prior to the school year starting. Okay. Now, during that time, you don't gotta communicate with the superintendent after this letter is sent. There's no truancy officer calling you. There's no schools that's messing with you. You teach your children what you want to teach them. And then by the end of the school year, by August 1st, after the school year is over, then you got to send in to the superintendent a letter of evaluation. These are the only requirements for homeschool. There's no testing. There's none of that. You could take a child all the way from kindergarten through 12th grade this way, if you so choose to. It comes with its own challenges. Obviously, if you homeschooling, now you got the challenges of the social experience, right? So for my wife and I, we have 6 children. I homeschool. Well, she and I do most of the classes. She does a couple. But we homeschool the youngest 4 of our children. And how we help them with the social experience, we keep them in sports. So they're doing AAU, track, they're doing football, they're boxing, they're doing a bunch of different sports. So this is how they're able to maintain relationships with people their age, and we let them use the PlayStation for a certain amount of time, so they play with children that they know and stuff like that. So that social experience is challenging, make no mistake about it. However, it's still a much better option, in my opinion, especially if you have a holistic type household, especially if you really take care of your family. Well, sometimes a bunch of the teachers that you sending your children to, they going through divorces, they having all these different types of problems for whatever reason. I ain't hating on nobody, but that energy transfers, onto your child. Your child is coming home with that energy, whatever the children in the class, whatever energies they have, that your child is coming home with that energy. Your child is coming home and thinking they should have brand new Michael Jordan sneakers, every color. They're coming home thinking that they should have every new game that came out on the PS5 and all this, because they're hearing about other children having those things and they're seeing them with them. In homeschool, a lot of that is cut out, because your child, when they see other children, you took them to the park, you took them to a museum or something, or they went to sports. When they go to sports, they all going with the busted up clothes because they already know what it is for football practice or for track practice. So it's a different level of suggestions that's coming in. Now, before I land my plane, let me go into what I teach my children. And like I was telling y'all, when you send in your letter of intent, you can put up there, I'm teaching my children math, science, English, blah, 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 whatever, right? You don't even got to tell them the exact math. Just teaching them math. You can put whatever you want up there, right? So I teach my children math, teach them the zodiac. I teach them land navigation and map reading skills with topographic maps. I teach them, we focus on reading. Right. So, and we're consistently reading all different types of material. They're reading first aid books to me. They're reading holistic health books to me. They're breaking down the maps. They're showing me how to navigate. I mean, I taught them, but they're being tested on a regular basis. Just lip the ear, like, hey, all right, there go the map. Here goes your coordinates. Now plot it out for me. What's the distance to get from point A to point B? Whatever it might be, right? So we're doing a lot of geography, right? So geography is real big. I'm consistently quizzing them on where the countries are, what the bigger cities, the high mountain ranges, right? The Kilimanjaros and the Everest, the deep depths of the ocean, finding those and everything, right? So they can really understand this earth, teaching them nature, right? Gardening, right? So there's a couple other things that I'm consistently teaching them. But the point that I'm trying to make with everybody out there, if you're interested in homeschooling, I teach my children whatever I want to teach them, right? And that's the beauty of homeschooling. You can cut out all of that nonsense that's happening in the public school that most of the children ain't learning anyway, because they don't even got to carry books anymore, right? And you can teach your children whatever you want them to learn. And this is how you get those children who are like 14 years old and they already graduated from MIT with a master's degree. Well, how did they do that? Their parents took them through homeschool.
I'm glad you mentioned that last part, because I was gonna say something along those lines. I don't know if everybody remember, but like I remember vividly. I think it was like it used to be on Maury, and they used to be on Dr. Phil a lot. But it was all those child geniuses, and all of them were homeschooled.
Yeah.
All of them. And it's like, and I kind of thought that they stopped showing that to not to, hey, we don't need people doing this. We don't need too many people doing this, yo. Let's chill with that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely know about that, making these little geniuses.
Nah, they stay popping out with little geniuses, popping out They had 2 twins not too long ago. Another little kid, super duper smart. I don't know none of these kids' names. I ain't good with names. I just got a little memory to see, and I like to share the shit too, because when you see little black kids do some shit like that, I think it make me feel good. Then I be like, what kind of bomb they better go build? Like, if they going to be scientists, like where these kids at, they ain't going. Their first job ain't back to be at no McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? So where they little pretty minds back to be at? You hear me? Because now I'm thinking of a person that can learn like that, and also, you know, if they learned to give for gab or just naturally had it, where do these kids go? Because after they get grown or after they get their little 2 seconds of fame, it's over with. So are they taking them and keeping them out of the Black Messiah camp too? Put them down as taking their beautiful minds and putting them down as forensic sciences and shit like that?
A lot of times they do.
Or they taking them to them underground cities that we talking about, and they making that artificial world in there.
Let's go into it like this then, right? So let's take a look at what happens when you go in prison, or what happens when you go in jail. First thing that happens is you get processed and you get a number, right? So those numbers got to fit into certain slots. All of the world's socioeconomic infrastructure works the exact same way. So as people are born and social security cards and and birth certificates are developed, now we got to plug this individual somewhere into society. They're already plugging people into Sing Sing. They're already plugging people into MIT. They're already I'm talking about like when you're born. They're already projecting whether you're going to be dead by 18, or if you're going to be filling a slot in Rikers Island, or if you're going to be a controller of industry, or if you're going to be in politics, or if you're going to be in seminary and you're going to teach religion, right? So unfortunately, people who don't take control of their destiny has already been chosen for them.
I used to think that, like, when I was I don't like to say depressed, but when I was down bad, I used to say, yo, I ain't say why my life like this. I used to be like, yo, you got to change the narrative, bro. Motherfuckers think this type of way about you. You need to just go left field and do what you always felt you needed to be doing. Like I said, I'm not fulfilled right now. I'm straight, not fulfilled. But that shit definitely, you know, for real. Like, I had to really, like, put myself in that mode and say, bro, change the narrative. When a person believe that you this, let them believe that shit. But you go and create your own way of life, so these people, so you don't end up being shot in these people system like they want you, or in these people system like for a long time. Because I did make it to the people system. So, but I ain't going there for the long time, and I damn sure ain't going back. You know what I'm saying? So that's just snapping back into reality and knowing what the fuck going on with self, understanding self, respecting self, loving self,
right,
being selfish. They always tell you, make me be. I'm about to tell you one thing that a motherfucker will tell you wrong and it will steer you wrong. They say, don't be selfish. Be selfish. Do for yourself, because without you, I tell my kids this, without you, the shit don't work, bro. It don't work. And I'm talking about when it don't work in your life. Yeah, you can alter other people's lives and fuck it up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But you gonna fuck your life up. Only you can say, yo, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be an outstanding citizen. I'm gonna respect the world. I ain't gonna litter. You can do simple things like that. tip when you go out, but be selfish and respect, love, care for yourself. Because I'm talking about nothing else in the world will work for you until you have love and respect for your goddamn own self, bro. I'm telling you. That's it, bro. Be selfish. Be selfish with self, man.
You know, I want to touch on that for a second. I think what Purple Do-Rag just gave us is some real wisdom. You know, I want to camel back on that with my brother. It is important to be selfish. You know, we do need to take care of self first, always. It doesn't mean that we get out of balance with it. We need to have a balance between selfish and selfless. It's very important to have those working together, right? In syncretism. This provides us a possibility to give consistently, but to know when to give, to know how to give, to know how much to give, and to know when not to, right? Because to know when and to know when not to, that is wisdom in itself. So I appreciate what my brother just gave us. Listen, we late for breakfast. I'm the guy with the books. We got Purple Do-Rag. We got Think Mega TV. It's episode 8. All right. And I want to tell everybody out there that I appreciate you for coming out here, checking out the messages that we're giving, these messages of love, compassion, and empathy, these messages of authenticity, these messages of peace and harmony that me and my brothers are able to come out here and give to y'all. Really appreciate y'all. Thank you for all the comments that y'all are putting in there, all the engagement. We really, really appreciate it. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and check out, but we late for breakfast, y'all. Until next week.
Peace. Hey, real quick, bro, Guy with the books, before you bounce, one thing I want you here, bro, for this. Oh, he already left? Oh, all right, he's still there. Hey, look, bro, I just want to end tonight, yo. I want to take a say a prayer for my brother, man. Last Wednesday there was a fire in Hampton. One of my closest brothers, he was caught in the fire. His house burned down. They lost everything, but he has children. None of the children was in the house. His wife, his woman wasn't in the house, but he was in the house. And you know, he got some second-degree burns, but my brother's in the hospital right now. He's on a breathing machine. You know what I'm saying? They did get the smoke cleaned out of his lungs. It was more smoke inhalation than, you know, actual burns. But I just want y'all in the crowd, in the audience, I'm saying, to just, you know, say a prayer with me. I mean, you know, just in your head, you know, his name is La. We could call him, I mean, well, he goes by Allah, but we call him La. And you know, La, like I said, man, I've been telling Pops to send all the energy he gives me, which is a lot. I've been telling him to send it to you. You feel what I'm saying? Even when I've been sick, I still been saying, I know I'm hurting, but I'll be all right, guys. Send that energy to my brother. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to send, you know what I'm saying, a prayer for my brother, man. I'm going to keep doing that until he back where he need to be. So that's all I ask of everybody, man. I appreciate that.
Word.
Peace to homie.
That's fast to your recovery, brother. Yeah, man. Y'all know what time it is. That concludes the episode for tonight. We on episode 8. I'm Purple Do-Rag, and we were snowed in this weekend. Not really, because, you know, we in Virginia, Southeast. Feel good outside. Tonight, you already know, and my brother, Guy with the book, Mega. And you late for breakfast.